goes down, everybody? Walker Dead Phoenix here, back again with another episode for you guys. This is Season 3, Episode 3 of my Walking Dead Reboot series, titled Welcome to Woodbury. Thank you all so much for the support. Listen, I really do appreciate it, and let's keep it going. And there's more episodes to come, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what I have in store. But anyway, let's get into this episode now, shall we? The episode begins with Avesta walking through the woods. As she's walking through the woods, she sees this walker and she just grabs her katana and she puts the walker down. As she's looking around, she hears something, but then we also get this exclusive shot of a helicopter flying over. The helicopter is flying, but then that's when we see this explosion. And then the people in the helicopter begin to freak out. As they're like, Mayday, Mayday, we've just been shot. I repeat, we've just been shot. Hello? Shit. The comms are down. As everyone is screaming, ah! As they crash down. Avesta looks around, but then that's where she sees smoke in the distance. The next shot is back at the prison, and Big Tiny is freaking out. And then that's where Andrew's like, is there anything you can do? Rick says, I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do. Listen, once you're bit or scratched, that's when you're pretty much done. No medicine, nothing can save you. Once you get bit or scratched, that's it. You're done. And then that's where we see all the prisoners, and they're like, holy smokes, meaning they are scared and do not know what to do. The next shot pans out where we see Avesta, and she's looking at the crash, and she's looking around the place, and she sees everyone that was in the helicopter, but they're all dead. Avesta's like, holy smokes. But then that's where Avesta hears these cars. Avesta runs in the woods to take cover as she sees like 3 cars enter the area, and then that's where we see all these people coming out, and these people are killing mad walkers. But we get introduced to these people, and these people killing mad walkers are Martinez, Willie, Bruce, Crowley, Tim, Sasha, and Johnny Dugan, and their leader is walking up to his walker and straight up kills it, and we get this crazy reveal that it is indeed the governor. The governor says, 2 walkers right there. Martinez says, copy that, Governor, as Martinez grabs his baseball bat and kills both of the walkers. The governor screams, Tim! Sasha! We have a breather here! Yes, come, hurry! The governor takes out his knife and cuts his seatbelt as Tim and Sasha help the governor get this guy out of the helicopter. But then we get the next shot, and then we see this walker. He's like walking up to Tim, and then Tim's like, over here, Sasha. And then Sasha grabs her gun and kills the walker, shooting it in the head. Johnny Dugan's like, holy smokes, whoa, nice moves there, Williams. Sasha's like, yeah. Very funny, Dugan. Johnny laughs, saying, yeah, well, what can I say? I'm just trying to, positive the mood, if you will. Tim's like, you guys done jerking each other off? The governor needs assistance. Sasha says, yeah, right. Hold on, Governor, I'm coming. As Sasha helps Tim get this guy back to his truck. Tim, Sasha, and the governor put the man onto the truck, but then that's where the governor notices something. he sees one of the army people has reanimated into a walker. The governor grabs his knife and puts this guy down. As Sasha, Tim, and the governor are searching through the helicopter, they see nothing. All they really see is ammo and some broken parts of the radio. The governor's like, shit. As the governor comes out of the helicopter, the governor looks a little disappointed, but then Avesta accidentally breaks her branch. But then that's when some of the people are starting to hear it, as Avesta's starting to keep out of sight. And then she notices her brother, and Avesta's like, Johnny. But Avesta's brother Johnny and the governor don't really see her, of course. The governor says, alright, let's move out. Come on. Johnny Dugan's like, wait, where's Sasha? The governor's like, I don't know, maybe she's patrolling. Either way, come on, we gotta get this guy back to Woodbury. Come on. As Avesta is about to leave the area, she hears a tree branch. As she grabs her katanas, that's when this man's like, up, no, easy does it. Come on, drop your weapons. After all, mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. No need to make this difficult. Just put down your weapons. That's it, girl, nice and easy. Now let me see your hands. That's right, girl. Do a nice little spin around. That's it, nice little trip. Holy shit. Wow, blue eyes. Wow, you look good. As this person's revealed to be Merle. Merle kills a walker, and then that's where he stands up with his gun saying, well, how's about a big old hug from your old pal Merle? And then that's where Sasha comes out of nowhere and hits Avesta through the face, knocking her out. Johnny's like, oh, we got a Avesta? Merle's like, oh shit, this is your sister? Johnny's like, hell yeah, that's my fucking sister. Avesta! As Avesta passes out. The next shot is back at the prison. Rick locks Big Tiny in the cell, and Andrew's like, come on, Rick, come on, please, there has to be something you can do. Rick says, like I already told you, once you get bit, you're done. There's nothing I can do. Word of advice, best thing you can do is say your goodbyes. Dexter looks not just angry and upset, he is pissed. The next shot is Lori and Maggie, and she's with Dale and Herschel, and Lori's like, I just hope he's gonna be okay. Dale says, yeah, me too. Herschel's like, listen, there's no need to think negatively. He's gonna make it. He has to. Lori says, agreed. But then Maggie notices something that catches her attention. Maggie notices that Alan's bandage is getting covered in blood. And Maggie's like, he's bleeding out. Patricia says, there's the wound. Without proper medical treatment, then it's gonna get worse. Maggie's like, what are you saying? Patricia's like, if they don't come back with extra medical supplies soon, then we're gonna have to get ready to. Maggie says, no. Chris is like, well, what do you want me to say? You want me to say he's gonna make it? I don't know if he's gonna make it, Maggie. I don't know. But then that's when Andrea and Tara get back to the cell block, and Beth is like, "What happened? Everything okay?" Andrea and Tara, like, during complete and utter shock, they're trying to speak, and then that's when Chris is like, "What happened? Where's Tyrese?" Andrea says, "I don't think he made it." Chris is like, "What? What do you mean? What happened?" And, Tara's like, we went to that area in hopes to find more medical supplies, but the door I opened, mad walkers came out, and Tyrese was killing some, but they surrounded him. But Tyrese screamed, "Go, just go!" And we had no other choice but to leave him behind. We didn't want to, but it's just there's too many walkers in that area. I don't even know if he. Chris, like, that. If that's the case, I'm going back. Julie says, "Me too." David's like, "You sure?" Julie's like, "Yeah, that's my father. Of course I'm gonna go. Please, just trust me." David says, "Fine, you and Chris go. Just go." Morbius is like, "Oh, I don't like this." But then that's when Alan screams, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" As Carol, Lori, Maggie, Herschel, Morbius, everybody, Otis, Carl, Dale, everybody, like, they just come in the room, and and that's when Lori is like giving Alan CPR. But then that's when Carl and Otis come in with the medical supplies, and Carl's like, "Here." Lori's like, "You guys found medical supplies?" Otis says, "Yeah, that doesn't matter. Help him. Do it. Like, Patricia, Herschel, do your thing now. Do it. Hurry." As Herschel and Patricia say, "Get back." Billy Greene's like, "No. Dad. Billy Greene and Sophia are like, "Billy, get back. Get back, let them do their thing." As Billy Greene begins to cry. The next shot is Julie and Chris killing mad walkers. Glenn pops out of nowhere with his flashlight and his baseball bat. As Julie's like, "What are you doing here?" Glenn says, I'm here to help." Glenn's like, "Listen, I know that's your dad, but Tyrese is also a valid member of this group, and I just want to help." Chris says, "Doesn't matter. Come on, come with us." As Glenn grabs his baseball bat and kills 3 walkers in the area, Julie grabs her knife and stabs one of the walkers in the head. But then we also get this crazy shot of Glenn, Julie, and Chris killing multiple walkers, trying to get to the area, and they just keep killing and killing and killing mad walkers. As the 3 enter the area, they see Tyrese, and he's just tired and bent out of shape, and he also has mad blood on his clothes and on his face and on his hands and arms, like on his feet and legs, everywhere, and Julie's like, "Dad?" And then Tyrese is like, "Hey, kid. Hey." Chris is like, "Holy smokes, Ty, you good?" Tyrese is like, "Yeah, I'm a little tired, dehydrated, but I'll be fine." Glenn's like, "Holy shit, man, you killed all these walkers?" Tyrese says, "Yeah, I killed a total of 35. Maybe 36, but either way, I'm fine. Those things, they could have killed me, but somehow I was able to kill them all. I'm lucky to be alive. Because if I didn't continue fighting, well, let's face it, I probably would have been dead right now. Julie hugs her father, and she's like, I'm glad you're okay, Dad. I'm glad you're okay. The next shot is back at the cell block, and Alan's starting to calm down a bit, and we also see this shot where there's fresh gauze on Alan's wound, and Alan is just passed out by this point. The whole group is in shock, and Lori's like, you guys did it. But then that's when Herschel's like, no, we did it together as a group, as Lori smiles. But then that's where we see Rick, Daryl, T-Dog, John, and Guillermo coming back from their thing with the prisoners. And Rick's like, how is he? Lori says, he's doing great. To be fair, if it wasn't for Carl and Otis and David, they haven't gotten those extra medical supplies that Alan could have been dead right now. As Lori looks at Carl and smiles, as Carl smiles back, Rick goes in the cell block and checks on Alan, but then that's when Alan wakes up and he's like, Rick, guys, hey Carl, my son, my boy, where's my boy? Billy's like, Dad, as Rick shakes Alan's hand and Alan's like, you saved my life, Rick. Thank you. Rick says, you're welcome. Me and the others will give you some time with your kid. As the whole group gives Alan and Billy some space. The next shot is Rick going to Lori, and Rick's like, we start cleaning tomorrow. Lori says, yeah. To be honest, I think that's a great idea to, grab some walkers and start burning them. Yeah, working together to make this place safe for Carl, for the baby coming, for the group. Rick's like, listen, Lori, for the record, I don't think you're a bad mom. It's just, I was angry at you for not saying something in regards to you and Shin having, intercourse with each other. But today I don't know how to explain it. Like, I realized that, yes, even though this world is different, it's also short. Life is short. It's unfortunate, but it's true. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to hate you anymore. I don't want to hate you anymore. I want to love you, Lori. Not just that, I want to forgive you. So, I forgive you. Just promise. Just please promise me that you can be honest with me about anything. Lori says, yes, of course, I can do that. As Rick smiles and the two kiss, and Rick just walks away, and Lori is happy. The next shot is Herschel walking down the hallway, and he's screaming for Rachel. As Herschel's like, Rachel! Hey, Rachel. Sweetie. Your brother Billy and Maggie. They found a beach ball. Who knows? Maybe you, me, Beth, and Maggie can probably play the ball together tomorrow morning, since the sun is setting. Rachel, you here? As Herschel opens this door up, he opens this door, and what's behind this door is something really terrifying. He opens the door and he sees Rachel Greene and Chris as walkers. As Herschel screams, "No!" As Herschel kneels down, he's like, "No! No! Rachel! No! Rachel!" Rachel! No! No! As John, Glenn, Beth, and Tyrese run, saying, "Herschel, what is it?" And then Beth is like, "No. No." Tyrese is like, "Chris? Chris? Chris!" As Julie also comes in, and Julie's like, "Chris? Babe? Babe!" As both Walker, Rachel, and Chris start walking up towards Herschel and Beth and the others, that's when Glenn grabs his gun and shoots Rachel Greene and Chris in the head. As Herschel's like, "No! No! My little girl! No! Oh, no!" As Tyrese also cries, "Oh, no! Chris! No! Oh, no!" The next shot pans out where we see these two graves, that being Chris and Rachel Greene. Our funeral is held for those two, and that's when Tyrese is giving this speech saying, "Chris, he wasn't all that bad for dude. I remember." Funny fact, I remember when the apocalypse started. I saved his life. He was that dorky nerd that kept talking about food and science and survival, and mentioned once that maybe, hopefully, one day the world can get back to how it used to be. And now he's that it's okay. And then that's when David's like, I remember when it was just me, Emily, and Morbius in the middle of the road. And there was Chris, half naked, but he was like, "Who the fuck are you people?" Emily gave him a chocolate bar, and she was like, "Don't worry, we're not with the local government. We're just random people I'm trying to survive just like you. And then Morpheus is like, I remember when me and him killed our first walker together. It was a big deal. And it was also pretty funny too. The face he would make, it was hilarious. Emily's like, Chris is my friend. And he didn't deserve such a death. Goodbye, Chris. I'll miss you forever. And then Herschel's giving this speech saying, when Rachel was born, it was the best joy of my life. Maggie was in 8th grade, so was Beth. And Susie was a baby. And I remember holding Rachel in my arms for the first time. That bit of life. Just John comforts Herschel, saying it's okay. It's okay, as Herschel cries. Beth is like, these lives, sure, they're cut short, but we have to keep going for them, even if we don't want to. And then that's when Maggie's like, don't worry, Rachel. I promise I'm gonna find out who did this, and I'm gonna take from them what they took from you, your life. And then Billy grabs a rose, like a red rose, and puts it right next to Rachel's grave. And she's like, this is for you, kiddo. This is for you, sis. As Billy Greene walks away, Sophia then kneels down and says her goodbyes. So does Billy and everybody else. As everybody is sad. On that same night, Tyrese goes to the prisoners' cell block, and Tyrese demands to know what the fuck. As Tyrese is like, what the fuck? What's going on? Huh? Someone in my group is dead. I want answers. Dexter's like, whoa, calm down. Take your hands off Andrew here. What's the problem? Tyrese is like, did you just hear a fucking word I just said? Someone in my group died just now. Like an hour and a half ago. I found his dead body. He was a fucking walker. So don't play stupid with me. Dexter's like, oh, what are you suggesting? You're suggesting that somebody here killed your friend, huh? Why don't you take a step back? We know what you're going through as well. Tyrese's like, oh, do you? And then Dexter's like, yeah, we do. Someone is in our group is coughing. Slowly dying because they got scratched by a fucking walker. So of course you know somewhat of what you're fucking going through. Me, Andrew, Axel, Alex, Big T, Thomas, Oscar, all 7 of us have been in this fucking prison since before those fucking things started rising. So if I were you, I would calm down. Tyrese is like, listen, I don't fucking trust you. I don't trust you. Dexter's like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. Because I don't fucking care. I don't care. If you think I care, I don't. Think whatever you want. But it doesn't change the fact that you lost somebody and we're close to losing someone ourselves. Tyrese lets go of Andrew, and Tyrese asks Dexter, how's he doing? Dexter's like, he's not doing good. Like I said before, he's coughing, he's sweating, He's not doing good. Tyrese's like, let me go and see him. Axel's like, Dexter, come on. Let him pass. As Dexter's like, fine. Tyrese sees Big Tiny and Big Tiny's like, scratch. Tyrese is like, can I ask you something? Big Tiny's like, listen, I'm sorry about your friend, man. I'm sorry about your friend. But I had nothing to do with him getting killed. Tyrese's like, what are you talking about? Big Tiny's like, listen, between you and me, you gotta be careful. There's a prisoner. One of the prisoners is a psycho. You gotta watch your back, Tyrese. You and your group need to watch their backs. Because if you don't, something bad is gonna happen. Something real bad is gonna happen. Listen, I was convicted of a crime I didn't even commit. And now, I'm never gonna see my mom again. I'm dying. I'm dying. Please, put me down. Spare me of getting turned into one of those dead-eating things. Please, I'm begging you. Don't let me turn into a walker. Tyrese says fine. As Tyrese grabs his knife and stabs Big Tiny in the head as Oscar, Alex, Andrew, Axel, and Dexter and Thomas watch. As Alex begins to cry a little bit, because that was his friend. Tyrese takes the knife out of Big Tiny's head as he closes his eyes, as Tyrese gets up and just walks away and leaves the prisoner's cell block. Before Tyrese exits, he looks at Axel and he says, I'm sorry you lost your friend, mate. As Tyrese just walks away. Axel is like, so am I. The next shot is back with Avesta as she starts to open her eyes. She sees her brother and she's like, well, he's like, baby sister. So great to see you. You have no idea how much I've missed you. Then Avesta's like, you're still high as ever. As Avesta's trying to sit up, Johnny's like, oh no, hey, it's okay, take your time. You got hit in the head pretty hard. Sasha hit you with her gun, and to be fair, she didn't know who you are. Avesta's like, But then that's when Merle comes in, and he's like, holy smokes, look who's up and rising and shining. Avesta's like, oh my gosh, fucking Merle Dixon. Now, isn't that any way to treat an old friend? Let me ask you this, Blue Eyes. Avesta screams, saying it's Avesta, not Blue Eyes. Merle's like, alright, fine enough. Fair enough. Listen, I was just messing around. But look on the bright side. Here I am. Guess this world can be a little small sometimes, huh? Avesta's like, what are you and my brother doing with the governor? Well, that's when I overheard. You called that man governor. As Merle grabs his chair and he sits down and he's like, I was on the middle of the street. Back in Atlanta, I was in the middle of the street. My arm, well, it was bleeding out. And I thought to myself, a bullet might make a good last meal. Take a nice long nap. Wait for Daryl on the other side. Then, that's when Johnny appeared with mad blood, Walker blood on his face. And he was heavily exhausted as well. Throughout all the chaos in Atlanta, he somehow found me. Me and him were able to get out of the city. But we were both dehydrated, exhausted. But then, that's when we found the governor. Well, more like he found us. He grabbed the both of us, took us back here, and said we can stay for as long as we wanted. And then that's when Merle's axes Avesta. Merle's like, have you seen my brother? Avesta's like, no, at least not for a long time. Merle says, oh, he's a sweet one, my baby brother. Just hope he's okay. Avesta's like, what up with the metal thing? Merle's like, you like it? I made it myself. Nice, smooth piece of metal. But who am I to judge? That's like, what do you want from me? Merle's like, well, that's not up for me to decide. Now that we got that out of the way, how about a thank you? Vesta's like, excuse me? Merle's like, yeah, a thank you. Me and your brother here helped to save your life. And we also prevented Sasha from killing you. So, yeah, I would say, how about a nice, gentle thank you from yours truly. Avesta slaps Merle in the face as Merle's like, oh, now that's the Avesta I remember. A hard ass. Then the governor walks in the room and he's like, oh, Merle, calm your jets. This woman here has been through a lot. Then the governor asks Avesta, how are you feeling? Avesta's like, I want my weapons. I want them now. My 2 katanas. The governor's like, sure. On your way out the front gates. Avesta's like, alright, show me the way. And the governor's like, well, you just got here. But your brother's here. Johnny, wake up. Johnny's like, oh, sorry, governor. Avesta then screams saying, you had me locked up in this room. The governor's like, well, do you see any bars on windows? You're being cared for. Avesta screams saying, well, either way, I don't know you. Alright? I don't know you. I don't know you. So, why would I trust someone I don't know? But then Avesta's like, well, I wanna leave. Now. The governor says, yeah. Like I said, you can get your weapons in the front gate. But anyway, then that's what the governor said. Anyway, listen, you're not prisoners here, you're guests. Here we have a nice community, big walls. Listen, if you want to leave, you're free to do so. We don't force anyone to do something they don't want to do. And the way I see it, so a beautiful woman like yourself can use a nice sleep, for you'll never last another day out there in your current condition. And heck, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you can have your own food, You can get your weapons back out. Keys to a vehicle if you want it. Like I just said, we don't want to force anyone to do something they don't want to do. On second thought, why don't you follow me? As the governor opens the doors and he's like, welcome to Woodbury. And as we see the whole community of Woodbury, and then we see Sasha trading with Lilly. We also see Rowan talking with some unnamed members of the community. And Avesta just looks around Woodbury and she's like, impressive. I'm not the community, I'm talking about the walls itself. The governor says, yeah, we have a pretty impressive building here. He helped me and Sasha build up these walls ourselves. Oh, where are my manners? Avesta, this is Rowan. Rowan, this is Avesta. She's somewhat still new to this community. She's the one we saved this coming morning. Rowan's like, hey. Hi, Avesta. My name's Rowan. Welcome to Woodbury. As Avesta's like, I don't know, but then Avesta slowly shakes Rowan's hand and Avesta's like, hi. Rowan's like, joking, why so serious? Rough night, right? Avesta's like, ha ha, man. Nice joke. Sorry, I haven't been around people in a while. Rowan says, no, it's fine. Come on, let me show you around. That's the park. There. All the houses are together, but there's also the back gates down there. And when you see this next part, this is the kitchen where all the food is held and where you can get anything you want to eat and want to drink. You wake up in the morning, come find us. Serve you a nice, healthy breakfast. Avesta says, thank you, I guess. As the governor's like, come on, Avesta, this way. The governor says, this is your room, just for tonight. If you still want to leave in the morning, that's completely up to you. There's also some clean clothes there. It's nice for you to get settled in. See you in the morning. As the governor leaves. Johnny's like, well, what do you think of the community so far? Vesta's like, looking at her brother, and Vesta's like, are you fucking serious right now? This is too good to be true, Johnny. Too good to be true. Johnny's like, whoa, calm down. Listen, I know you've been out on the road a while, but are you okay? Vesta's like, this place, doesn't it look weird to you? It's weird to me. How can you not see that? Johnny's like, listen, I don't know what's going on with you lately, but please, just take your time to relax, settle down, help, put some nice, clean pajamas, at least look at the room, I mean, at least give it a chance before you leave. You know? Yeah, listen, I know this is all new and everything, and to be honest with you, I don't want you to leave. You're my sister. I just got you back. You have no idea how much I've... Never mind. Good night, Avesta. As Johnny closes the door and just leaves. Next shot pans outwards morning. Rowan is showing Avesta around the community. And Rowan's like, there's been no breaches on the walls. And everything is usually safe. Well, somewhat safe. Well, what I mean by that is, well, if walkers don't come banging down on the walls, that is. That's when Avesta's like, yeah, I don't buy. Listen, I don't. Whatever it is you and your people are trying to sell here, I just don't buy it. Again, not to sound rude or negative, I just don't buy it. Heck, you got your people on those walls right there shooting mad walkers. I mean, yeah. Not to mention one of them knocked me on the head. So yeah. But then that's when Rowan's like, listen, I won't make excuses. But those men and women you see on those on that thing right there, they put their lives on the line every day to protect this town. They have lost more than you can know out there. Heck, everyone copes in their own way. Listen, I don't mean to sound negative here. It's just give me a chance to know you more, you know? Heck, from what I heard, there's going to be a small gathering with the town tonight. If you want to come on a good word with you with the governor. Just as like, she doesn't really say anything. Rowan's like, okay, and just walks away. As Avesta's walking around Woodbury, she sees her brother Johnny talking with Bruce, and we get this introduction of another character. This character's name is Gabriel, and Johnny's coughing. He's like, Avesta, sister, over here. Look, this is Bruce and Gabriel. Bruce and Gabriel here have been supporters of the governor since the wall first was built. Gabriel's like, well, what he's trying to say is, I've been a lieutenant for the governor a while, and Bruce, well, he's the bodyguard. Make sure nothing bad happens to him. Bruce is like, what you want to say? Have a seat with me and the other guys. Avesta doesn't say anything. She just walks away. The next shot is the governor talking with this pilot, and he's like, my man, are you okay? The governor says, they didn't make it. But there are others, right? This man says, yes, there are others. The governor says, just tell me where they are. I'll bring them back to you, safe and sound. I promise. As this pilot says, okay, I'll tell you where they are. The next shot pans out where we see this military-like group of people. And this one military guy's looking at his map. But then that's where one of the military people, they see the governor's car, as the governor has like a handkerchief like sprayed down the air, and the governor's like, don't shoot, as he's driving his car down the road. As the governor's car pulls in, the governor's like, no, hey, don't shoot. This military soldier's name is Brody, and Brody's like, identify yourself. The governor's like, hey, listen, we found your guy, Wells. Lieutenant Wells. His chopper went down. But we have a community. He's there and he's resting and he's safe. Don't worry. He's safe. And then one of the military guys in the background's like, they did it. They found him. They found Wells. As everyone's smiling, and then the governor's like, yeah, sure did. Hell, we found you too. And then the governor grabs his gun and shoots Brody through the arm. As Brody collapses on the ground, that's when we see the governor's crew mow down all of these military soldiers. And then that's where we see Sasha and Mortixon shooting up these military soldiers in cold blood. Like cold blood. As all these military soldiers collapse on the ground. Brody, with mad blood coming out from his mouth, he's like, please, no, let me go. As all of his people come out, that's when the governor grabs Brody's gun, and he kills him with it. As he grabs the gun, and he's like, ah, ah, ah. And then the governor looks at Tim, and he tells Tim, never waste a bullet, son. And then the governor grabs his knife and gives the to Tim, and then that's where he tells Tim, go put a knife in this man's head now. And then Tim grabs his knife and stabs Brody in the head, Brody being dead. And then that's when the governor orders Tim, Crowley, Lilly, and Sasha to take all the guns and all of the ammunition as well as the trucks. They all say, yes, sir. The governor says, good. We then see the soldier. He's badly injured as he's trying to get away. That's when the governor grabs his weapon and shoots this guy through the heart. The governor then takes out his knife again, and he orders Tim to go put that person down now. Tim says, okay, as he's running to go put the guy down. Then the governor grabs his gun and waves it up in the air, and he says, let's go see what the big old uncle has brought us, shall we? As they go to search the vehicles. And boom, that is the end of the episode. The next episode is going to be pretty big. Because I'm letting you guys know that next episode, a major character is going to die. And yes, it's going to be in Season 3, Episode 4. And yes, it's going to be at the prison. And no, I'm not going to spoil as to who it is. But yeah, it's going to be the next episode. Because the next episode is going to be insaner. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell. Stay safe. And as always, peace out.